know he's going to be successful in his comeback, and I picked him to win.
Nobody expected Terence Crawford to react the way he did when he saw Errol Spence Jr. looking in absolutely incredible shape ahead of the Tim Tszyu fight. Crawford made it clear that he has respected Spence for years and has always admired his journey from the amateur ranks all the way to becoming one of boxing's biggest stars.
Obviously, a few things before I do let it go. Errol Spence is returning against Tim Tszyu. Just wanted your thoughts on the return of Errol.
I think Errol going to do an amazing job. I'm looking forward to him getting back.
That genuine respect is exactly why so many fans were surprised to hear Crawford speak so openly and positively about Spence at a time when the entire boxing world is focused on Errol's comeback.
I'm a Spence fan.
No,
like when we the build up, I'm like, man, hey, let me get your autograph. You know what I mean? Because I watched you come up. I'm older than you, but I watched you, rooted for you when you was in the amateurs, when you was in the Olympics.
His remarkable new physique and the enormous pressure surrounding his return to the ring. And after seeing Spence destroy the heavy bag ahead of his highly anticipated clash with Tszyu, it is easy to understand why people are talking.
Was a fan of Spence. Like, I'm still a fan. I hope he do well. And he beat Kell Brook coming off of a loss, an eye injury. You know, he beat Sean Porter.
In all fairness, he had to go over there to get that.
Like I said,
Errol looked absolutely locked in during a focused and intense media workout session, giving fans a close look at his preparation ahead of what promises to be a historic undisputed welterweight championship fight. The boxing world may be split on his return, but elite trainer BOXI Ennis delivered a firm reality check to every doubter out there, warning fans not to underestimate what Spence still brings to the ring when he is fully motivated and fully prepared.
Right, man. Everybody just sleeping on my man Spence, man. I think Spence gonna do what he's supposed to do, man. I see. And then he fight a guy that can really fight. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that, you know, he's a good boxer, nothing, but he comes to fight. You know what I mean? So this is gonna be a good test for Spence, I think. What Spence should be doing, Spence should be Spence, man. But he must move his head though. Because Spence should come right at you and just throw them punches. He gotta and work on catching them shots. You know what I mean? If you ain't gonna move your head, you gotta catch some shots. You know what I mean? With your hands. You know?
Decision is stoppage. How's that fight at?
I think it's gonna be a stoppage. Somebody getting stopped.
The physical transformation has been impossible to ignore. The WBC and IBF champion is displaying a noticeably shredded physique that reflects the intensity and discipline of his training camp. Every session, every rep, and every sacrifice made during this preparation is showing up in his body and his movement. This is not a fighter coasting back into action. This is a man entering peak condition and signaling to the world that his championship focus has never wavered. On the other side, Tim Tszyu is leaving absolutely nothing to chance either. His training camp has been built around tough running sessions, focused boxing drills, and a step-by-step sharpening of his technique. His routine is well-structured and carefully planned to build fitness, sharpen his skills, and ensure he arrives on fight night fully prepared for the biggest challenge of his career.
Problem for Tim Tszyu against Errol is going to be that jab. What does he do against that busy, constant jab
Errol
from on Errol's side?
Right?
Yeah, Errol just keeping that jab in his face.
Yeah.
That I mean, when Bomac prepared for Terence, he said that's the number one thing we got to take away from him. He fights off his jab. He gets confidence off his jab. He builds off his jab. He dominates you off the jab. So take the jab away, and we got the fight won.
Right.
Tim Tszyu is not Terence Crawford. So I don't know how he deals with that jab. Again, I think Errol's bigger than him. He's at his best busier than him. But Robert Garcia said today he thinks Errol won't have anything left by the time they do make that fight.
He's really like one of those master kung fu artists, but in boxing. You know what I mean? So he's a masterful boxer. You know?
Yeah.
And so those are the kind of things that we're looking at Tim Tszyu that doesn't have that kind of stuff.
The debate over who wins this fight has taken over the Porter Way podcast, where the panel broke down each fighter's strengths, recent form, and tactical advantages while offering differing predictions on how the contest could unfold stylistically. Sean Porter himself pointed to a moment where he believes Spence overstepped by pushing the pace in a way he should not have, and ultimately leaned toward Tszyu as his pick to win the fight.
Go. B. Aquí, same point, okay? That is the side. No move the leg, no. You look in front, B. B. Okay?
However, Anthony Brenny offered a completely different perspective, highlighting Spence's clear intention to walk into Tszyu's home territory in Australia, and stating his firm belief that Errol has everything he needs to get the victory right there on enemy ground.
You will see a better, more improved Errol Spence. It was some time I had 3 years off, and I feel like it helped me mentally. It helped me physically. Gave me some time to recover, and just enjoy life. Enjoy the spoils of my wins, and just being with family, being with friends. If you watch my Instagram, you see me traveling, enjoying my kids, having fun. And people kept asking me, "Are you coming back? When are you coming back?" And I told them, I know when it's ready. I know when I'm ready to come back. And I knew one day that I wake up and I decide to come back. And if it didn't happen, then I wouldn't come back to boxing. So I'm happy to be back. I'm happy to put on a great show. I can't wait for July 26th to be fighting.
The chase is the toughest and baddest challenges out there. And when I got presented with Errol, who's undeniably one of the best fighters of this decade, I didn't hesitate, and I straight away accepted. I accepted not to compete, but I accepted because I knew that the victory is only on my mind. I know the challenge that is put in front of me. I'm going to work super hard, and I'm coming for it all. And thank you again. Victory.
So the question the entire boxing world is asking right now is simple. Is Errol Spence Jr. truly back, or is Tim Tszyu about to make a massive statement on home soil? Drop your prediction in the comments below, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. Because when fight night arrives,